Imagine a world where your most sacred beliefs are mocked, not questioned, not debated, but dismissed, with a sneer, as if your very faith were a child's fable, a weakness. This wasn't just hypothetical for ancient Israel. It was a brutal reality, a reality carved in stone, whispered in the shadow of colossal empires that saw themselves as the apex of civilization, the sole arbiters of truth. But what if there's an ancient relief depicting something eerily similar to the Ark of the Covenant, yet with one crucial, shocking difference that changes everything you thought you knew. They thought they held dominion, the Assyrians, masters of a brutal empire, their temples monuments to their own hubris, and within those hallowed, blood-stained walls, a prize, a relic of unimaginable power. They paraded it, a trophy, oblivious. Did they truly grasp what they possessed? This wasn't just gold and carved wood. It was a covenant, a promise, a terrifying force waiting to be unleashed. What secrets did that ancient chest truly hold? What cataclysmic energies lay dormant within its gilded confines? They sneered, they mocked, a fatal mistake, because what they held was not merely an artifact, it was a ticking doomsday clock. This wasn't just religious dogma, this was psychological warfare, a deliberate, calculated attempt to break a people's spirit, to shatter their core identity. But what if this Assyrian priest, in his arrogance, was profoundly, tragically wrong? What if the primitive myth he scorned held a secret, a power that even his vast empire couldn't comprehend, a secret that would challenge everything we think we know about this fabled object? Imagine the chilling silence after such a declaration. The priest's words hang in the air, heavy with judgment. But there's a secret, a counter-narrative, not in scrolls or ancient texts, but carved into unforgiving stone, a stone that refuses to lie. We are transported, not to a grand temple, but to a humble, yet profoundly unsettling artifact, the Arslan Tash basalt relief. Discovered in northern Syria, this is no grand mural. It's a fragment, a chilling whisper from the past, etched in dark, volcanic rock. And within its silent narrative, we find a direct challenge to that Assyrian priest's arrogant dismissal. Here before us is an image, an ancient image, men, 4 of them, perhaps more, their bodies taut with effort, muscles straining. They carry a box, a chest. It's rectangular, undeniably, and on their shoulders, long poles, 2 poles, one at the front, one at the back. This isn't just any box. This is a scene so eerily familiar, it sends a shiver down your spine. Is it the Ark of the Covenant, or is it something far more unsettling, far more insidious, a visual echo designed to mock, to subvert, to twist the very idea of the sacred? This stone, silent for millennia, now demands we ask, what exactly are we looking at? And why does it feel like a trap? But before judgment descends, before the whispers of legend consume us, we must pause. We must anchor ourselves, not in speculation, not in myth, but in the bedrock of its very creation, the divine decree. Exodus 25. This isn't a poem. It's not a parable. It is an instruction, a precise, unyielding blueprint from the architect of the cosmos. Every dimension, every material, every intricate detail laid bare, a sacred mandate, an undeniable truth. What if the answers to its terrifying power have been there all along, hidden in plain sight? Here God speaks to Moses on Mount Sinai, not in riddles but in precise measurements, specific materials, and an unambiguous purpose for the Ark of the Covenant. It was to be acacia wood, resilient, native to the desert, 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 wide, 1.5 high, gold, pure gold, not merely overlaid but hammered, pure, inside and out, a crown of gold encircling its top, 4 rings of gold, cast, not merely attached, at its 4 corners, and through these rings, poles of acacia wood, overlaid with gold, poles that were never to be removed, permanently fixed, a portable throne. Above the lid, the mercy seat, pure gold, and from it, 2 cherubim, hammered out of the same pure gold, their wings outstretched, facing each other, looking down upon the mercy seat, their gaze fixed, their presence guarding. This wasn't some generic box. This was a unique, divinely ordained artifact, a specific vessel for a specific purpose. It was to contain the testimony, the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, a physical representation of a covenant, a tangible link between the infinite and the finite. No other object in history carries such a detailed sacred command. This isn't just craftsmanship, it's a sacred architecture, and it makes the Arslan Tash relief, with its unsettling familiarity, not less, but more perplexing. Why would a pagan people echo such specific sacred design? This ark, this isn't just a container, it was a conduit, a weapon of unparalleled devastation. Imagine a fledgling nation, outnumbered, outmatched, facing the might of ancient empires. Yet they marched. The ark led them, not as a symbol of hope, but as God's personal vanguard, a vanguard of pure, unadulterated power. Cities didn't just fall, they crumbled into dust. Armies didn't just scatter, they were annihilated. This wasn't ancient folklore. This was their brutal, undeniable reality. A testament to a power so immense, it reshaped history itself. What force could possibly withstand such a presence? Remember the Jordan River, a raging torrent, impassable. The priests bearing the ark stepped in. The waters, parted, not slowly, but instantly. A dry path appeared. The entire nation crossed on solid ground. This was the power of the invisible God, made manifest, undeniable. This was the ark's purpose, to prove his presence, to enforce his will. It was the heart of their covenant. Their very existence hinged upon its sacredness. Disrespect it, touch it carelessly, and the consequences were dire, fatal. Uzzah, a man who meant well. The ark was being transported. The oxen stumbled. He reached out to steady it. A reflex, an instant, he died, struck down by the very power he sought to protect. Why? Because the ark was not to be touched. Not by anyone, except the designated priests, and only in the prescribed way. This wasn't a mere box of relics. It was a live wire, a conduit, a weapon of God. This profound, almost terrifying power, intrinsic to its very nature, makes its appearance on an Assyrian relief, chilling, a pagan culture, seemingly mimicking the ultimate symbol of a god who demanded exclusive worship. What could this possibly mean? The ark's power was undeniable, but its ultimate function, far more profound. It was the throne, of the invisible God. Imagine the Holy of Holies, the innermost sanctuary of the tabernacle. No idol, no statue, only the ark. Its lid, crafted from pure gold, was called the mercy seat. Above it, 2 cherubim, golden majestic wings outstretched, faced each other, gazing down. Between them, in that sacred space, was where God himself promised to meet Moses. This was the ultimate paradox. A God who cannot be seen, confined to no space, yet chose this specific, meticulously designed object as the focal point of his presence among his people. The Shekinah, glory, a visible manifestation of God's presence, would descend here. A cloud by day, a pillar of fire by night. Not asterisk on asterisk the ark, but asterisk above asterisk it. A space of pure, unadulterated divinity. It wasn't just a symbol. It was a physical manifestation of an omnipresent God, a point of contact for an entire nation. The ark was, in essence, God's earthly address. It symbolized absolute divine authority, a constant, visible reminder that God walked among them. He was not a distant deity, but an active participant in their history, their battles, their very lives. To truly grasp the gravity of the Assyrian relief, we must first internalize this. The ark was not merely a ceremonial object. It was the living, breathing heart of their relationship with the Almighty. And now, we face a chilling question. Did the Assyrians no this? Or were they merely appropriating a powerful image, devoid of its true, terrifying significance? To understand the audacity of that Assyrian relief, we must first understand Israel's precarious position. Imagine a tiny candle flickering in a storm, surrounded not by wind, but by towering, raging infernos. That was ancient Israel, a sliver of land, strategically vital, caught between the insatiable appetites of two colossal empires, Egypt to the south, Assyria, and later Babylon to the north. These were not just big neighbors. These were asterisk superpowers, asterisk empires built on conquest, vast armies, and polytheistic worship, gods of war, sun, fertility, each demanding blood and tribute. Their deities were tangible, often monstrous idols, crafted from stone and gold, paraded in elaborate ceremonies. To them, Israel's God, the unseen, unrepresented deity of the ark, was an anomaly, a weakness even. Israel was a constant prize, a bridgehead. Caught in this geopolitical vice, their survival depended on divine intervention or shrewd, often desperate, diplomacy. Their very existence was a daily miracle, and their radical monotheism, their single invisible God, stood in stark defiance of everything these empires represented. It was a dangerous, almost suicidal position. So when the Assyrians depicted something disturbingly similar to the ark, what did it truly mean? Was it mockery, a declaration of spiritual war, or something far more complex and insidious? The ancient Near East was a crucible of ideas. Conquest wasn't just about land and resources. It was about absorbing, sometimes obliterating, cultures. Imagine a vast invisible web, stretching across Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Levant. Along these threads, not only armies marched, but ideas, myths, and artistic motifs traveled. A winged creature from Sumeria might appear on an Egyptian tomb, then later on an Israelite seal. Ritual objects, architectural styles, even concepts of kingship, they all diffused, morphing as they crossed borders, like whispers in a crowded market. This wasn't always a peaceful exchange. Often it was the victor imposing their worldview. The Assyrians, masters of propaganda, were particularly adept at this. They didn't just conquer bodies, they conquered minds. They would often take cultic objects from defeated peoples, not to honor them but to humiliate them, displaying them as trophies, proof of their own god's superiority. Think of it, a public declaration that their gods had defeated yours. It was psychological warfare, designed to break the spirit of the vanquished. So, when we look at the Arslan Tash basalt relief again, the implications deepen. This isn't just a random carving. This is a deliberate statement. The chest depicted on the relief, it's rectangular. Yes, it has poles. Yes, it's carried on shoulders. Yes, all eerily similar to the Ark of the Covenant's description. But look closer. Focus on the top. What do you see? Or rather, what do you not see? Where are the cherubim? Where is the mercy seat? The golden crown? They are conspicuously absent. Instead, there's something else entirely. A different, more mundane, yet deeply significant lid. This isn't the ark. Not truly. It's a asterisk copy. Asterisk. Mockery. Asterisk. This is the shocking truth. The Assyrians, in their hubris, were not merely documenting a foreign cultic object. They were creating a counterfeit. They depicted a paganized version of the Israelite ark, stripping it of its divine essence, removing the very elements that made it the throne of the invisible God. They replaced the mercy seat, the place of divine encounter, with a common lid. They removed the cherubim, God's guardians, leaving an empty, meaningless box. This wasn't appropriation. This was subversion. A declaration to the vanquished Israelites. Your God is no different from our defeated gods. His power, gone. His presence, an illusion. We have reduced your sacred to our profane. It was a calculated act of spiritual emasculation, designed to obliterate hope, to sever the last link to their Almighty. A chilling message carved in stone, telling Israel, your God is dead, and we killed him. Remember what I said at the beginning. The shocking difference. It wasn't just a detail. It was everything. The Assyrians understood the power of symbols, even if they misunderstood the true power of God. They knew that by corrupting the image of the ark, they could wound the very soul of a nation. But here's the profound irony. Their mockery only highlighted the ark's true uniqueness. No other culture had a God who promised to meet his people between the cherubim, on a mercy seat. No other God was invisible, yet so tangibly present. The Arslan Tash relief, intended as a monument to their triumph, became an unwitting testament to Israel's radical, unwavering faith, a faith that saw beyond the physical, to the God who truly dwelled above the cherubim. This ancient story is a powerful reminder that true faith often stands in defiance of the world's attempts to diminish it.